What is up, my dudes and dudettes? It's currently 1:30 in the morning. It is Christmas morning.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler, all y'all. We got a gift for you guys. My name is Douglas. This is John. And we're about to explore some of the deepest, darkest, dankest parts of the internet.
The crustiest.
The crustiest. So, tell me. So, apparently, there's this meme hole I'm not familiar with called Elsagate.
Quite the meme hole. Yes.
Quite the meme hole. Could you explain to me just what Elsagate is?
This is just a really bad, what is it, like, review? I don't know. Meme review, but with a lot less budget and talent.
Oof.
Okay, so for meme review, Elsagate is kind of its own subreddit. You want to go to r/Elsagate.
Okay.
r/Elsagate. There are no posts on the subreddit. Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about
What
that?
is Elsagate?
Elsagate. Okay.
So, oh man, it's including those videos of.
Yes.
Oh
Yes, it is.
No.
Top posts of all time.
It's those Spider-Man,
There you
Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse love story.
Okay. Okay, so basically, what Elsagate is, it's that all these creepy, like, animation videos are kind of made by one overarching company of some kind.
Okay.
I'm not sure what company. We haven't gotten into that I know of. But they're made by some overarching company for some reason, and it's probably child pedophilia ring. That's a bit redundant. You get the point.
Yeah.
So, as well as frequently, this is one thing that I found quite interesting, is there's some comments that just look like spam. So, like, just spams of letters with no real, like, methodology to them or anything like that. And there's a theory, if you go to top posts of all time, there's something with like 3.4 thousand upvotes or something like that.
On the subreddit?
Yeah, on the subreddit. And it's talking about how they may actually be codes for something.
What?
So, they're encoded comments. And if you're familiar with Rot 13 in any way...
I'm not familiar. Can you explain to me what Rot 13 is?
Okay, so if you... Rot 13 is a very... It's very basic, but basically what it does is, if you put in the letter A, it'll rotate it 13 characters through the alphabet.
Okay.
So, if you put it in one time, it becomes spam, but if you put it in a second time, then it can become, A again, or whatever. I don't know what 13 characters in the alphabet is.
Yeah, okay.
But it'll become whatever that letter would happen to be. And then you put it back through, it'll rotate it another 13 characters, and you get, as long as it goes well, the original message. And that can make it really hard to, like, keyword search for or something like that. It's not the most secure form of encryption. There's many better ways of encrypting something, but it's very simple and easily accessible. If you go to rot13.com, you can just put in something like binary translators. You can just put in whatever you want, it'll come out, and you'll be good.
Okay.
So, it's very simple to use, a lot of people understand it, and it makes it nice and easy to get a lot of messages across without anybody thinking too much of it. However, that's not exactly the meme hole that this person went down, because this person used a virtual tie keyboard. Hold on, I'm going to this. Coded gibberish comments. Okay. So, when typed manually in a virtual tie keyboard emulator, tie symbols appear instead of English letters. So, basically, there's certain letters, like there's a tie letter that looks like an A or something, but it doesn't exactly mean A, and what they kind of did is they just put it into a virtual tie keyboard, so it would translate into what it looks like in Thai. not exactly what it means in Thai, but what it looks like. And he found that a lot of the coded messages, if you copy paste that message into a Thai virtual Thai keyboard, so they would become Thai, and then you Google translated them, or if you just happen to know Thai, then translate it yourself. That it could become some very creepy messages that are quite coherent and not a child just slamming the keyboard like most people think.
Like what? What do they say?
Well, if you go to, like I said, if you go to the top posts of all time,
I'm on that right
there's
now.
a couple. He has a couple of examples there.
Coded / gibberish comments. Is that right?
I think he's a serial killer or something like that.
The free?
Again. And the other thing was...
Serial killer? Are you serious?
Again, that's just an example. I don't think anybody said that. I mean, they may have, but... Regardless, if you go into this whole meme hole of videos with incognito, and I'd highly recommend, then you will find some of those comments, and if you pull up the Thai keyboard, you can try it yourself, and I have found some stuff. It becomes a bit weird as well, because other things that happen is, so, you get a comment, then you convert it to Thai, then you convert it to English. But sometimes you have the gibberish letters, you rot 13 it, and then convert it to Thai, and turn it back into English. So there's multiple layers to it, and...
Layers upon layers.
It's all over.
It's all over now.
But, so clearly they're trying pretty hard to hide something.
Yeah.
And it's whole...
It's like almost a conspiracy, it sounds like.
It is quite the conspiracy, actually, yeah. But the problem is that, sometimes it slips through the cracks, and I'm not up to date on block encryption or any other encryption forms. I'm not a cryptographer or whatever they are. That doesn't imply that it's digital.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. The point is that they may not translate properly in YouTube comments or something like that. And clearly that's where most of this stuff is happening. So that's what I found interesting about Elsagate. Is in the fact that, some of these gibberish comments may not be so gibberish.
So what's their goal? What do they want? That's what I'm trying to...
Well, they're pedophiles, like exchanging children or something? I don't know. It depends, but, I mean... and they're also on creepy child-oriented comments to begin with.
Yep. So I'm reading one of the posts here, one of the top ones. I think it's time more people knew about Elsagate. According to a post on 4chan, some people suggest that these could be links to child porn sites in code.
Yeah.
Which, that right there is a huge red flag.
And if you check the rules as well, it explicitly says if you find child pornography, report it to authorities and not post it on the subreddit. To be fair, so you won't find any of that on the subreddit.
Yeah,
or
obviously
if you do,
no.
it'll be gone within like 5 seconds. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of stuff. For dark web and child pornography, there's so many layers to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you need to know so many ways to hide things. They're not dumb people.
No, clearly they're not.
They may not be, the smartest people, but they're smart enough to get things past authorities.
I'm surprised.
And not just like their parents or something like that. I mean, it's a real thing. So they have multiple layers, multiple levels of, secrecy and all of that they have to get through. So it really, it's quite the meme hole, and I find it interesting and very uplifting that some people are actually looking into this.
Okay, yeah, according to this paragraph here, it says that some YouTube channels show seemingly innocent thumbnails and titles, but if you click on them, videos of children giving handjobs to old men and child rape is shown instead.
Okay then, that's it.
So this is some of the videos that Simple Funds has posted. So it seems like that this Elsagate thing might instead be some sort of overarching child trafficking site.
Yeah, at least child pornography. Not all of them are. I don't know what percentage it is, but if you're communicating in code on weird animation video, if you're on the site, I'm assuming you've seen some of these creepy
Yeah.
animation
Oh, it's
videos and all
disturbing.
that.
It's like there was one where a person took a syringe and shoved it into the butt of a baby doll.
Yeah, that's a classic. I mean,
That's a classic. Clearly,
it's basically a Hallmark video, except on YouTube and pirated for free.
it's so freaking disturbing.
It's weird. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. And it, I don't know, it's its whole thing, but yes, if somebody's communicating on YouTube in such a secret way, I have absolutely no doubts that they're using like 14 VPNs stacked on each other.
Oh yeah,
On
definitely.
a virtual machine that doesn't exist, kind of crap. Just all these different measures. So it's
Okay. Yeah.
what's that great? Okay.
What's interesting here is it's later. There's this other redditor who said that his YouTube account was hacked and Elsa-filed.
Elsified, yeah.
Elsa-fied. So
That's a whole other thing because I don't know. Making very clickable content under the assumption, let's say you're a 47-year-old mom with like 18 kids because homeschooling moms, you know.
amen to that.
Amen. Up top, praise be to the Lord.
Mm.
But in that kind of scenario, let's just say you give your kid an iPad, set it to YouTube, you have like safe browsing on or whatever the crap, and then just leave because it's like, hey, safe browsing's on. I mean, it's fine, right? It's
Yeah.
clean. The thing is, even under safe browsing, these videos still get through because YouTube sees them as just an innocent animation.
Definitely. Yeah.
And the other thing, not only is there such a huge marketplace for children, that interesting way of wording it, but things like Fortnite exist and are actually popular.
Mm.
So clearly there's a market for that kind of stupid content. Kissing pranks, let's not forget kissing pranks.
Oh, I hate
What up,
so much
invaders?
those were. What up, invaders? Hey, we're going to kiss 12-year-old girls.
Mommy makeout day, am I
Oh,
right? Up top.
I hated that. That video made me cringe. Mommy
Oh,
makeout day.
I love it though. Regardless, yeah, there's such a large marketplace for children, and children are inherently attracted to, you know, not gross things to some extent. It's kind of weird to quantify, but yeah,
Mhm.
things like sex and drugs and violence and all that crap is just infinitely attractive to kids versus a regular video.
Yeah.
So, if you have the largest marketplace, the largest demographic, animators working for you, making good enough quality animations, pretty garbage animations, but good enough, and you can pump out like 40,000 of them a day,
Oh, yeah.
and just change the color palette on a couple of them, you're good. Even if you're not running a child porn ring, because I'm sure there's a lot of channels that are completely innocent,
Definitely.
and they just want to make, you know, child clickbait, and it works,
Yeah,
and they probably make millions upon millions of dollars doing it. I think some are for profit, and some are appealing to pedophiles and stuff that are underground in their own rabbit hole.
My computer needs to be plugged in. But yeah, F and chat. But what's interesting, what I find really bizarre is that
Fascinating.
there's these accusations, these really huge accusations of child porn against Elsagate, and I'm surprised YouTube isn't taking that seriously. Like that's not something you take lightly.
Yeah, that is the weird part. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, well, I mean, that clearly means YouTube's authorizing it.
Yeah, obviously no, but
Like, I'm not going to that level. This isn't some Bush did 9/11 kind of crap,
Yeah.
which ironically was true, clearly. We can all agree on that.
We can all agree.
Regardless,
Yeah. But like,
it's the kind of thing that, like, I think YouTube is just ignorant of it, personally. Because Elsagate is not a huge subreddit. Let's be honest here. It is not very large. I mean, there's, 60,000 people. Not very large in the overall scheme of things. It's way too large, because it shouldn't have to exist in the first place. But it exists,
but
and
even
that's unfortunate.
beyond the subreddit, it was very popular on YouTube. And it was enough where shoving syringes in a baby's butt should qualify YouTube coming in. Like,
yeah, and I mean, I saw those kinds of videos. Not exactly that video in particular, but I saw some of, like, the Spider-Man and Elsa things pop up. Not frequently, but every once in a while, and I'm like, my browsing history on YouTube could not be farther from that kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
Like, do you understand? It's all tech videos. So, why would I ever get recommended that kind of stuff?
Well, yeah,
there's just no reason for it.
There's no reason. It seems like the algorithm is pumping out these weirdly, oddly sexual videos that children should not be watching.
Anybody, in fact. And it's like, it feels like YouTube is turning a blind eye, or there's just simply not being involved with their audience. I don't think YouTube's involved with any audience except. Yeah, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, there's not even one.
Which, if that's the case, that's kind of a bit scary. Because if they're not aware of what's on their website, then, like, imagine what you can get away with.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about, like, in terms of bad quality, but in terms of, in terms of, like, criminal activity. That's a little bit scary to think about.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that there's a subreddit dedicated to this that has 60,000-ish, give or take 53,000 subscribers, Reddit subscribers, not YouTube, to be fair. That's a pretty large deal, and there's a lot of videos that get uploaded to YouTube that wish they could have that kind of recognition.
Yeah, definitely.
But, you know, it's weird because I don't know if Elsagate can get away with still existing, then there's much worse things out there.
But even then, if they can get away even under the accusations of child porn, like, that's pretty scary.
I think YouTube could still make the argument that they straight up didn't see it, though. That's the thing. And they very well may not have. I don't know how many employees YouTube has. Not that many, I'm gonna imagine, though.
I imagine. But, like,
for how much content is uploaded to YouTube, they don't have enough.
Oh, a crap ton.
I mean, there's like 500 hours a minute or a second, even. I forget exactly. It's some absurd amount.
But even under ignorance.
It's something that can't always be moderated.
Obviously,
that's the other
you can't moderate all of it, but even under ignorance, like, the moment you find out that this YouTube channel has potential child pornography, like, that needs to become your top priority.
Or a link to it.
Or a link to it. That needs to become your top priority. And, you know, in what we learned from YouTube Rewind is that clearly YouTube does not pay attention to the audience. And so, like, it wouldn't, obviously, if they weren't aware of this, part of it is because they just don't pay attention. They don't care to pay attention.
Yeah. I don't know. It's too bizarre. That's the thing, because it is so obscure.
Yeah.
In all reality, it's so obscure, and yeah, I'm sure they would. Well, yeah, no, they really have no right to plead ignorance. I mean, people like H3H3 have made videos on it.
Yeah, definitely, and these are
actively
big channels. I just don't.
Yeah, they should be paying attention to those kinds of people, because they're the ones that are making recommendations for them to get better. And I think this is just the most bland and abrupt form of that.
Yeah, I mean, even then, there's got to be some sort of like punishment if YouTube is not on top of this, like criminal. Imagine if the feds come in and find out that YouTube is allowing porn on their like child pornography on their website.
That sounds like one girthy lawsuit.
Oh, that's gonna be a girthy lawsuit.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
you can't plead ignorance because no one's gonna believe you.
Yeah.
It's good.
That said, you can plead ignorance when your parent company's worth multiple $100 billion.
You can, but how's that gonna look on the media?
Yeah, it's not gonna end well, regardless. That's the thing. I mean, if some parent walks in on their kid watching child porn, somebody's getting dabbed upon in a lawsuit.
Oh yeah, someone's getting dabbed, and YouTube is
like that's ridiculous.
Someone's getting fired. Like a lot of people are going to get fired.
Someone's getting lynched. Not even fired. Lynched.
Oh, lynched. Oh yeah.
Oh, are you trying to, learn something? Whack. Whack. Yeah, it's so bizarre for what it is, though.
It is.
It's just its own fascinating thing, and I mean, this has been on YouTube for years.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's some videos that are like 2015, because I looked at this like quite a couple of years ago at this point, probably 2 years back, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly, but it was a while ago,
yeah.
And I came back, and it's still here.
It's still here. Oh, and here too. Here's speaking of which, another Redditor posted a screenshot of different videos she saw, and like one of them says like it's a Fortnite video, and one of them says 1 kill equals 1 strip with my 14.
That video. Sorry.
Yeah,
that video is
it's
so
like
good.
1 kill equals 1 strip with my 14-year-old stepsister.
It's stepsister. Who cares?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Wait,
you're
she's
right.
14.
It's like
okay. I get incest porn videos are fine because they're stepsister, but like she's still 14.
Yeah,
so.
she's still. This is still child pornography. Like that is the definition of child pornography. And like
I've seen those kinds of clickbait Fortnite videos before, and in fairness, sometimes the sister's clearly like 26. To be fair.
To be fair, yes, but that's.
Why do they have to mention that she's 14? Is that a keyword? That's the thing.
That's the keyword.
Is there somebody that goes on YouTube like 14-year-old?
That's disturbing. That would be really disturbing if that's the case.
How else do you find that? That's the thing. How else do you find it?
That's true. But here's the thing, though. Here's what I'm trying to figure out. A few years ago, you remember when H3H3 made that Christian moms against stabbing?
Oh yeah, and then it got demonetized for religious content.
Yeah, and it had to be changed to Facebook moms against stabbing.
And it still was demonetized.
Yeah. Here's what's messed up. They made H3H3 change that, but they don't go after content like 1 strip with my 14-year-old stepsister. It's like
I love
that.
Why didn't they just say sister? That's the thing. I mean, it's already illegal.
It's already illegal. You can already be charged, like, so you can be charged with soliciting, because it may not be child pornography, but it is soliciting child pornography.
Wait, hold on. What is soliciting? Enlighten me.
As far as it's like, I think it's encouraging child pornography. Let me see.
So it's like the implication.
Yeah, it's the implication.
Yeah, pull up a real definition. Let's
ask for or try to obtain. So yeah, it's soliciting views.
That's not. It's soliciting child predators. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's soliciting child predators, and you could argue that most people who are clicking on it are probably going to be child predators. So
yeah, I mean, it's going to be children who just think it's like. Yeah. They just want some strip Fortnite, am I right?
Yeah, so like this person could technically be charged with that. But
that's the thing. I don't think it's a person. I think it's just some Chinese mega corporation.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just spamming out this garbage. I mean, I'm sure if you've been on the Elsagate subreddit, which clearly you have during this conversation, I'm sure you've seen how similar all of the thumbnails are.
Oh yeah, they're all similar. It's disgusting.
They're clearly just rebranded. That's the thing.
They're rebranded. Yeah.
So, it's definitely some overarching animation company. And could you imagine if they got busted for this?
Oh, it would be
Do you understand how many counts of, some form of soliciting?
Oh, it would be massive.
Child pedophilia, something like that. portrayal of minors in a sexualized manner or something along those lines.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. Like, YouTube was known back then for cat videos. If this kind of stuff continues, it's going to be known as a platform with child pornography.
Okay, well, I think if YouTube starts being viewed as that, I think they're gonna fix it.
They are going to fix it, but like the damage could already be done at that point.
That's the thing. There's so many people that use YouTube that don't care about this.
Yeah, I mean, and kind of sad that that's the case, but
Yeah, because people like us are the rare exception, to be frank.
yeah, that's true.
As unfortunate as it is, not many people pay attention or care or do anything like that.
No, child pornography or whatever. Like, really, buddy?
I mean, it's... Yeah, I got nothing. I got no horrible satire for that.
That's just...
I mean, nobody could be perfect, right?
Yeah, I suppose it's still pretty messed up that they have to... They have a video called Minion Pregnancy.
That's hilarious. That sounds like a fantastic Bo Burnham song. Changed my mind.
No, it would be. Oh, it's basically just a minion who's pregnant and has feminine clothes on. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Is there like some trap videos for research purposes? But like, is there some weird transgender like gender identity friggin' minion video?
Oh, I hope so. Oh, this is amazing. This is funny. But yeah, it's just pretty. The amount of... Obviously, I'm not gonna go on YouTube and search child pornography.
Yeah, that
would...
Let me know how that works out
that
for
would
you.
be pretty great. But like, it's just... I'm curious.
That's the thing. You wouldn't find anything. I don't know how you get into these sorts of rings, but the people looking for that kind of stuff just know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because how could anybody find this? If YouTube didn't promote this, and nobody knew what this was, why would anybody look up minion pregnancy? Nobody searches this kind of stuff, because nobody cares.
No. Well, yeah, nobody cares. Unless it's like freaking... some of those videos, yeah, FBI, and some of those videos do get promoted. But not obviously not all of them.
Do you realize how many views a lot of these have? Like, I've seen multiple million views on some of these things.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of views.
Like, not all of them, but it depends. More views than something should go unnoticed with.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I mean, I know there's 500 hours of content like every second or every minute.
Pretty much, it's like some.
But
sort of
how much of that content gets 4, 6, 18, 200 some million views?
Okay, yeah, not much. Obviously, it's more like.
So I
1 to
mean
2 million.
that goes from billions of hours down to like probably a couple days of content. There's just not that much stuff that's gotten those kinds of view counts.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing does that.
Yeah.
So there should already anything that hits 100 views, even should probably be like checked on. Not to mention 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
If it touches a million views, somebody should think, you know, hey, maybe let's have a couple of extra steps. If not, manually review it.
I think that.
I think they should pay people to manually review this
like,
because the AI is just like, I'm all for AI, but when you're talking about like child porn stuff, somebody needs to have common sense, and AIs don't have common sense. They have algorithms, and we'll give it a couple of years. I'm sure the algorithm will get a lot better. But currently, it's not adequate. If it can't even stop this kind of garbage, it needs to be done with or used in conjunction with a much more foolproof system.
It's so hard to have an algorithm do something very, very subjective. Because, let's just be honest, even going beyond the child pornography stuff, if you told an algorithm to look at a video about a review of a movie, you can't have a robot tell you whether that review is in fair use or not. that's fairly subjective.
Oh, you mean a fair use argument? Okay.
Yeah, just in general.
I see what you mean there.
So I'm not, obviously that's a
But
different topic.
if every single frame of that movie is content locked to some extent, if it's in a database somewhere, and they can see frames of the movie versus frames of the rest of the video, it's like what 80% transformative.
Yeah, something
As
like
long
that.
as you don't use more than as long as 80% of your video is you versus movie, or like 50% or something. Shocked with thine face. But yeah, if 80% of your video is transformative or something like that, and then you can do it, they could easily just. I mean, those movies, you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Somebody can just be like, yeah, let's put this in the YouTube database, and if it ever gets detected, yeah, we'll
The problem is,
vape it.
it hasn't been working. That's the problem.
I don't know if that's how they're doing it. I mean, all right, you know what? Why don't you go code your own algorithm?
No, I'm not saying it's easy to do. I'm just saying that it's.
It shouldn't be in mass usage if it can't do its job.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that.
Like obviously, no, I know that the YouTube algorithm is crazy complicated, and obviously, you know, it's not easy to program.
No.
But there's still a lot of issues where a lot of people are losing money, a lot of money, and can't support themselves because the algorithm is freaking out and not doing it.
But YouTube isn't losing money, so who cares?
Yep, YouTube doesn't care. They make money, so whatever.
No, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. That's the thing. It just YouTube doesn't have to care because they're not directly losing money in spite of it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Once some bad PR gets out about this and gets spread on Twitter or anything like that, where it could affect sales of YouTube Premium or some crap like that, or advertisers pull out, all of those videos will be gone within like 3 nanoseconds.
Yeah.
Completely gone, and you will not ever find a single one again in all of existence. All of your favorite child porn ring channels on YouTube, I mean, I hate to tell you, dude, but they're all getting terminated.
All getting yeeted out of there.
They're getting hardcore yeeted, my dude. Like, they're done.
Well, you know, as long as no one cares, you know, just let the child pornography stay. Because clearly there's nothing wrong with it.
It's not affecting their monetary gain, so...
Not affecting their monetary gain, so they don't care. Which is pretty depressing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't say it's, a good thing, but, yeah. It's a thing. It is a thing.
Yeah, well, it is currently 2 in the morning. And
And Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. So it's such a great way to end such a hopeful video about the beauty of YouTube.
I love YouTube. I mean, all this said, I'm still not gonna stop using it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, exactly.
Really goes to show. But on that note,
yeah, there's too many fire memes on YouTube.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
the problem here.
there is.
Some of the it's all over now.
See, that's the thing. Most of the memes on YouTube, like most of the best memes you'll see, come from YouTube. Like,
They really do. Yeah, now that Vine no longer exists, like, what else are you gonna do?
talk.
Gonna go to TikTok. Yeah, okay, fair. Reddit. Actually, most of the best memes come from 4chan and Reddit.
I think it depends. Like, I think there's some pretty fire memes on Reddit.
Fire memes. Oh my god.
my god. But recently, some of the memes on Reddit are like, meh. Like,
Yeah.
you know the Chungus meme? That thing.
No.
Oh my gosh, no! It tried to take off on Reddit and it's spreading, but like, it's pretty cringy.
Yeah, aren't they all?
All right, well, on that note, it's 2 in the morning. I need to get at least a bit of sleep. So,
A couple minutes, you know.
Just a couple minutes. So, my name, Douglas. This is John. Thank you for tuning in to our hopeful Christmas special podcast.
Merry Christ.
This is our Christmas special podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
delete YouTube for Christmas. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Anyway, and all of that, we love you. We'll see you next week.